Anderson Clayton, and I have the great honor and privilege of coming to y'all from Raleigh and serving y'all as y'all's Democratic State Party Chair through 2025. So I'm very excited about that, y'all. Thank you for all of the work that y'all have been doing out here on the ground in Randolph County. I so appreciate it, and I just want to thank the folks that are running for office this year, from the school board to our city council. It's so important. And municipal races are the most important elections, if you ask me, because they are the ones that dictate our future. The Democratic Party has got to put up a fight. A fight in 2023, a fight in 2024, and I'll be honest with y'all, a fight in every election cycle after that too. Until we take back North Carolina, and we make this state the state that we know it can be, and the state we know it should be, right? And the state it once was. And I'm going to quote my former governor up here, Terry Sanford. You know, when Terry Sanford was governor and then he had run for the United States Senate, and he was an incumbent, and he was sitting there and he was running his second term, right? He lost. And a woman came up to Terry Sanford after he lost that Senate campaign, and she said, "Oh my God, Terry, I'm going to cry. There's nothing else for us to do in the state of North Carolina, right? We just cry." And he said, "No, we don't cry, but we don't forget, and we never quit." Right? We never quit. And for the last 13 years, while we've been under Republican oppression in our General Assembly, and a big, hearty thank you to our elected officials in the room tonight, Leader Reeves and Representative Servania, for the things that y'all do right now, because it's not easy to walk into that General Assembly room every day. It's hard. And I walked in the first day of my oldest job, and I said, "Damn, it feels like a bomb went off in here, to be honest with y'all." Ooh, it's rough. But when you're sitting there looking at Republicans have been in that role and have been in a majority, right, for the last 13 years, it's really hard to see how there can be any sort of hope on the other end of that. And I told people, I said, I have felt it from every place in every county that I have been in North Carolina. Democrats are angry, y'all. We're fed up. And we're not going to take it anymore. We're not quitting. And we're not quitting for 2024 or any election cycle after that, because we're going to contest every state legislative seat in North Carolina this cycle, y'all. We left 44 seats uncontested in 2022. And that was because Democrats, A, maybe didn't see themselves running for office, deemed it the reason why they should, and also the fact that Republicans gave us the max at the very last minute, right? So we didn't know. And that's partly what Raleigh's doing right now, is Raleigh asking anybody else in the state of North Carolina what they think about something. No, they're not asking the people. Because what everyone else has said up here to you tonight is that they're afraid of when people across North Carolina realize our power again. And that's what this Democratic Party is going to do over the next year. I'm calling it the year of the party, everybody, because I want folks to understand that the Democratic Party is alive and active in North Carolina. We're not afraid anymore in North Carolina. And we're coming out in places in Randolph County. And a lot of folks will sit up here today and go, a red dot. And I know y'all are tired of hearing that, honestly. Person County was a red dot too. And everybody looked at me when I went back there in 2021 and they said, "Why on earth are you going to get involved as a Democratic Party chair in city council elections?" City council's fine, Anderson. That's what I got told when they said, "Don't mess with city council. Don't mess with that board. They don't bother anybody." And I said, "That's my problem though. They don't bother anybody. And they should be. We're not the party of politicians. We're the party of public servants, which means they should be out there serving the public and doing what folks in this room that are running for local elected office have told y'all they want to do this year. For y'all, they want to serve us. And that's what we've been missing from Raleigh to our city halls right now, all across North Carolina, is people that actually give a damn about the people that live in the communities they represent. So that's what we're here to do in this election cycle and everyone after it. And in 2021, when Roxborough decided to run candidates at the city council level that were representative of the community, that for the first time didn't look like the folks that were already sitting on the city council for the first time, right? We had 3 really amazing black Democrats that ran for the first time in Roxborough as city council candidates. And we were able to get those folks elected in 2021 and flipped the Roxborough City Council from a red to blue majority, y'all. And that happened because people got active. It was 600 votes. And I got back there and I said, "Oh my God, we could knock these doors in a weekend if we decided to. If if we had enough volunteers to get out there and say, we're going to find 600 people and we're going to make sure they turn out to vote. Because that's where it starts. It starts at a small level and it grows and it grows and it grows. And I know that right now, Democrats across North Carolina can choose to feel hopeless in this election cycle. But that's not what we're doing. We're putting up a fight everywhere. In Cleveland County, in Tim Moore's backyard, everybody, we got a full municipal, every municipal election is contested in Cleveland County this year. And that's amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's exciting. Because Tim Moore's never had that. And we've never had it across a lot of counties in North Carolina where people see themselves running for local offices and they want to get involved there. So let's support them, let's build them up, and let's build this party back to what we know it can be. The party that thinks about everybody else and that cares about our community, cares about North Carolina, and envisions a better future. Because we know that's what we can do. I was elected as the youngest state party chair in the entire country when I got elected in February. And I joke with folks, I'm like, it had to come from the South, y'all. It had to. Because North Carolina is the beacon of the South. But we're also a place where progress and opportunity, and it comes from. We drive what happens. And when I think about what's happening in North Carolina right now, I'm looking at the rest of an entire region that the Democratic Party has fundamentally left behind and left out. One of the most interesting things that Todd Delaney told me when I first came to Randolph County when I was campaigning for this the first time is that he looked at me and he said, 50% of Asheboro City schools are Hispanic. Majority of the population that's within them. And I said, no, I did not. But that is fascinating for me to know. And that's something where the Democratic Party has ignored heavily black and brown populations that we should have been targeting all along. And Person County was one of them. I never expected to win a city council race there. Roxborough was 51% black though. And no one had ever talked about it. The Democratic Party had never gotten involved with city council races to show people what representation could really look like, but not only what it could look like, what it could do for them, right? And that's what we're here to show people. What can this party do for you? That's what we need to figure out, and especially in Randolph County. Joe Biden right now is doing amazing things for our party, everybody. Yeah, he is. And I love what Dave Wheeler was up here saying, like, he's our guy, and you gotta get behind him. And a lot of people look at me as the youngest state party chair, and they go, and why are you behind him, Anderson? You're 25, and this man is 80. And I said, I don't care if he is 180 years old, as long as Joe Biden and Kamala Harris keep delivering for the people of the United States like they are right now, we're gonna keep them up there in Washington, D.C. Because they are. I just want to say thank you. The last 3-4 years of the pandemic that we've been through has shown that y'all could be anywhere else. And you're choosing to spend your time with this Democratic Party. And it means you're choosing to prioritize democracy. And that's something that as a party we value. And I know that it is so important to everyone in this room. But just thank you. Because it's not an easy thing for you to give up your time like this. So I appreciate y'all. I'll be back in Randolph County. But thank you for everything that you do. Thank you, Leader Reeves. Thank you, Representative Savani, for being here tonight. We really appreciate it.